The film I chose to review and analyze is Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee. Before watching this film, I honestly didn't think I was going to enjoy it, but after watching it 3 times, man, was I wrong. I really enjoyed it. It's a morally complex film that got me interested in more of Spike Lee's work. The two main aspects of the film I'll be focusing on are characters and cinematography. For the characters, I'll be going over Mookie, Sal, Radio Raheem, and Bugging Out. For cinematography, I'll be focusing on the color, the wide shots, the Dutch angles, and other aspects of the film. First, for characters, I like to start off with Mookie and Sal. Mookie serves as a kind of morally neutral character in the story. You're never completely sure whether to side with him or against him because his decisions often balance between loyalty and justice. He's a respected member of the black community and his neighborhood, but he is also an employee at Sal's Pizzeria, the same place being protested by Buggin' Out. Throughout the film, we see Mookie caught between both worlds, defending both his boss and his friends. A good example of this is the scene where Mookie and Vito are walking out of the pizza shop, and Buggin' Out confronts them. Buggin' Out questions why Mookie is hanging out with a white man, and Mookie simply defends Vito as his coworker. This shows Mookie's ability to exist in both spaces even when tensions rise. Next, we have Sal. Sal is the pizza shop owner, and he's portrayed as an old-fashioned man who believes he's part of the community, but turns a blind eye to aspects of it that would truly include him in it. He ignores African American culture and voices, most notably in his confrontation with Buggin' Out, when he insists that it's his shop and he can hang whatever photos he wants on his wall of fame. Buggin' Out makes a valid point though. Almost all of Sal's customers are black, not Italian. In that climactic scene when Radio Raheem and Buggin' Out confront Sal about this again, Raheem plays his signature song, Fight the Power, on his boombox. Sal, unable to handle the defiance and the volume of that black voice, smashes the radio, symbolizing his attempt to silence black expression. Radio Raheem represents black identity and the struggle between love and hate, compassion, rage, rebellion, and endurance. Key themes in this African American civil rights movement. His ever-present boombox blasting Fight the Power is his protest against oppression. One of the best scenes that shows this is when he walks down the street blasting his music, and a group of Latinos nearby start playing their own song. They turn the music up in response, then down again, symbolizing tension and uneasy truce, another layer of the film's commentary on racial conflict. Finally, Buggin' Out represents protest and resilience, the voice of anger against oppression. We see this clearly when a white man scuffs his sneakers and Buggin' Out confronts him about walking through a black neighborhood. That moment highlights gentrification and his compliance against it. He refuses to stay silent or complacent. Next, I'd like to go over cinematography. Specifically, the color Patel. Do the Right Thing is famous for its heavy use of warm colors, especially reds, oranges, and yellows. Spike Lee even removed most of the blues and greens from the film, both in costumes and set design. These warm tones add the feeling of heat, not just from the weather, but emotional and social tension. Early in the film, Samuel L. Jackson's character announces that it's the hottest day of the year, and that the heat becomes a metaphor for the growing anger, frustration, and racial injustice that builds up throughout the story. Another key visual technique is the use of Dutch angles and low-angle shots. These shots make the viewer feel uneasy or off balance, perfectly reflecting the tension between characters. One of the most striking examples is when Radio Raheem confronts Sal in the pizzeria. The camera tilts dramatically, with Raheem towering over the frame, making the viewer feel small and powerless in the face of racial conflict. Lastly, Spike Lee uses wide shots to connect the neighborhood and its people. Throughout the film, we see Mookie walking down the street as other characters interact briefly in the background. These small moments, like bugging out calling to him or random people arguing on the sidewalk, don't always advance the plot directly, but they add depth and realism. They remind us that this community is full of intertwined lives and tensions that all contribute to the bigger picture. Overall, Spike Lee created a morally complex and visual powerful film that forces the audience to question whether doing the right thing, what doing the right thing really means. Through layered characters and bold cinematography, Do the Right Thing challenges viewers to confront the heat of racial tension and moral conflict in America, then and now.